Give him something to drink. To the cleanse.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to you, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Much mercy to you brothers out there, man, and all you believers. Much mercy, and may the Lord continue to increase you brothers out there. And part of the Lord's ministry, he taught was faith and actually just trusting in the Lord. This is something that a lot of people don't have, but a lot of people may teach the Bible. They may bring scriptures out, but one thing they don't have is that all trust for the Lord. They don't trust the Lord like that, because if they did, they wouldn't worry about the things to come, because they'll put their trust in the Lord. And at times we all may be shooken up and go through certain things where it may shake our faith. Just like Peter was walking on the water and he started to doubt, and the Lord immediately pulled Peter up. And that right there was to show you that you have to trust in the Lord. He has you. He has your back. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you have to understand. I'm going to read this real quick. Matthew chapter 14, verse 25. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahweh Shai went unto him walking on the sea. Right, the fourth watch at night is the darkest part of the night. It's the darkest part before the sunrise. So in the darkest part of the night, that's when the Lord appeared walking on the water. So like in another way you could think of it, as like in the darkest moments, in the darkest places, the Lord has you still. He's still there. You see, you could think of it like that. And like the brother said too, and all you brothers, man, you brothers teach me, and you brothers keep me sharp, as well as, I water and brothers water me. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And that's why you have to stay connected to the charger. The charger is a spirit, you see, and we love to teach, you see. We were set up to teach. The things we had in us, brothers helped draw it out by brothers' lessons and things like that. So that is beautiful, and that's what's needed in these times. Like the brother did the lesson yesterday on the Matrix, and by your faith and by you and your spirit, what you have in you, you could bend the physical. By you having the spirit in you, you could bend everything around you to your liking. You see, and, hey, that's beautiful. Hey, it's not which the spoon that bends. You see, it is you. That's beautiful, man. But going back to this real quick, Matthew 14 and 25, it says, and in the fourth watch of the night, Yahweh Shai went unto them walking on the sea. So the Lord is there with you, even in the darkest parts. You see what I'm saying? The fourth watch is the darkest parts. And the disciples saw him walking on the water, and they were troubled, saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out with fear. So they feared. They didn't know what it was, but it was Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, he controls Satan. They're not battling each other. They're not equal. The Lord is over. He's authority over everything, man. You got to understand that. That's why the scriptures say that the demons, the devils also tremble and they fear, because Yahweh Shai is over devils. You see, you go back to Job. The father called Satan. He said, how you tried my servant Job. So Satan is not warned with the Lord in the heavens. It's not like that. Satan is under direct orders, under the authority of Yahweh Shai and his son. That's what you brothers got to understand. Matthew chapter 14, verse 26. And when the disciples saw him walking on the water, and they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out, Fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be good cheer, it is I. Be not afraid. Be not afraid, man. You know, in these times, we're in very corrupt, chilling times. And, you know, we may rebuke, because that's what we have to do. We have to rebuke all these fucking spirits and shake things up. You see, that's what the Lord did. He spoke with authority, and he had to shake things up so brothers can get themselves together in these times. The ones that can be shooken up, the ones that are gone, that are part of the world, this ain't really for them. This is for the ones around them, so they can hear the rebuke and the things brothers have to say, and get themselves together and think like, hey man, am I in the right position? No, you're not. You're with the world, which has no faith. And you know, we don't just be picking on guys. By what guys are saying, they don't have the Lord in them, man. They don't. You know, they're in fear of the physical. That means that they don't have any faith. And another thing too, when you deny that new covenant, then you don't have any faith, really. You know, you don't have any faith. You don't have any discernment, and you don't have any love. So that's why we warn you about groups and camps, because the new covenant is where the spirit is, and that's where Yahushua is. And it's funny, you know, you have guys, they may go to the New Testament and grab scriptures out of there, but they're not in the spirit of that New Testament. They're not in the spirit of Yahushua, but they're pulling scriptures out of there. Why we say guys are not in the spirit of the New Testament is because they denied the Son, which the Son is the New Testament. Yahushua is the new covenant. So without the new covenant, you don't have faith. You can't really discern, and you're in the respect of persons. Therefore, you don't have any fucking judgment. And it's heavy like that. So you don't have the love of Yahushua if you deny the new covenant. And that's just the truth. And you have to break this down, even if guys get it or understand it or not. You have to make men understand these things, you see. Now, Matthew 14 and 27, but straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto the water. Bid me come into the water. And he said, Come. And Peter was come down out of the ship, and he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. So he began to walk on the water. I brought this out before. So Peter wanted to walk on the water to get to the Lord. And this is something that we're doing. We're walking on the water too. We're walking this path and this road like Yahushua too. But when he saw the winds boisterous, and he was afraid, and he began to sink, crying, saying, Lord, save me. Immediately Yahushua stretched out his hand and caught him, and said unto him, Thou of little faith, why didst thou doubt? And then they were in the ship, and the wind ceased. So, like I've run out before, like things are going to happen, and this world will shake you up where you won't, it may shake your faith up. But you have to understand that Yahushua is right there. He's with you in the darkest parts. The fourth watch of the night, that's the darkest parts, right before the sunset. So what you have to understand is the Lord is telling you he's with you all the time. That's what he said in Matthew 24. The Lord is with us even right now, because, you know, we're not doing this on our own strength. We're doing this through the strength of Yahushua. Matthew 28 and 18, and Yahushua spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Look at that. All power is given unto the Lord again. So again, Yahushua is over Satan, bro. All right. Satan is not Satan is the spirits are subject to Yahweh Shai, all right? It's not like on the earth, it's not nothing like that. It's not nothing of like, oh, the Satan has jealousy for Yahweh Shai. No, it's nothing like that. The spirits are in subjection to the power of Yahweh Shai. You have to understand that, man. It ain't no Satan is jealous of the Lord, or Satan is in competition and this. No, they're working for the Heavenly Father, man. Understand that, all right? Let me read this again. All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, right? All power is given unto the Lord, all right? So all these spirits are in subject to the Most High, to Yahweh Shai, to his Son. This is what you got to understand. And by you being in the spirit, you have the spirit subject to you. That's why certain things happens to brothers. And certain people may say certain things to you, because that's the spirit. That's the spirit in them that recognize the spirit in you. Now, their body might not understand you or know you, but the spirit in them recognize the spirit that's in you. And this is what you have to understand. All power is given unto Yahweh Shai. Verse 8:19, go ye therefore teaching all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. So the Lord is with us always, even unto the end of the world. That's why we have to trust in the Lord. Your trust should increase in the Lord. Your trust should be increasing in the Lord all the time. This is what you got to understand. You see? And we're all different. We all have our own walk. What one brother might do, another brother might not be into that. It is what it is. Everybody likes what they like. But one thing we all agree on is the Lord. So we have to understand the Lord. You see, what we have to understand of the Lord is all the spirits are in subjection to the Lord. You see, there is no Satan is jealous of the Lord. It's nothing like that. The spirits are in subjection to the Lord. This is what you got to understand, bro. 2 Corinthians 1:9. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but trust in the Most High, which raiseth from the dead. So we are trusting in the Lord, man. We're not trusting in ourselves. The scripture tell you in Zechariah, not by our strength or not by our might, but by the Spirit of the Most High. This is what is going to get us through here. First, you have to understand the Lord, man. You have to understand the Lord the best you can, and then you have to have faith in the Lord. I'm not saying that all the time you're going to understand all the things, because the Spirit is always unfolding. There's always something. The Spirit is always growing. It's always moving. So it's always something new to understand and learn. That's why when guys say that they know more than the prophets, that's being proud. And really, when you saying that, you don't know nothing, man. Like the scriptures say, when somebody make himself to be something, really he is nothing, man. That's why you have to stay humble and just keep learning. You can never stop learning. When guys say they know more than the prophets, that just means they don't know a goddamn thing, because if they did, they would be celebrating that new covenant. They would be exalting the Lord over everything. You don't know a goddamn thing. And that's why we come down so hard on these guys, because we recognize what these guys are doing. We recognize that a lot of guys, they're just reprobates that know some scriptures and a little bit of knowledge. And the scripture tell you that knowledge puffeth up. So guys are puffed up without any love. So now they're proud. Now the Holy Spirit is not dwelling in them because guys have got proud. So now guess what? Guys are not operating off of faith. They're not operating off of love. and they don't have any eyes to really discern. Because if they really had love and faith, and if they really could discern, they would stay low. They would have kept the low, and they wouldn't exalted themselves. So now we're in a situation where the ones that are out there like that, they're not in the spirit, but they have a bunch of information, trying to chronologically chronologize the scriptures, when the scriptures it's a breathing spiritual book. The spirit is not, the scriptures is spiritual. It's not going to happen in a way of carnal men, how they're going to chronologize it like Esau. And that's what guys are doing. They're not operating off of faith. So when guys are trying to teach this fear monk, that's all guys are teaching, fear. They're scared of the flesh, because these guys are in the flesh. So you have to understand that we're not going to be delivered on our own strength. And you definitely are not in the spirit of the Lord if you're sitting up here fearful of the flesh. That means you're not one with your power. When you're one with your power, that means you are one with the spirit. You are one with Yahweh Shai. But when you deny Yahweh Shai in the covenant, you're not one with the power. You're just some nigga in the flesh with a bunch of info. This is about being one with Yahweh Shai, having power with Yahweh Shai, like he said. Yahweh Shai said the Father give him the power, and then he gives unto you all things. And then he called us friends. You're not a friend of Yahweh Shai if you deny the covenant, bro. You see, if you deny those new commandments, you just a nigga on the street. And it was set up for that. And the ones you really have to find, you have to really find the ones that's really of the Lord, man. Not everybody is really of the Lord like that, man. And this is heavy that you have to understand. 2 Corinthians 1:9, but we had a sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in the power which raises the dead. Who delivered us from so great a death, and doeth deliver, in whom we trust that we will not yet deliver us. Ye also helping together by praying for us, that for the gift bestowed upon us by the means of many persons, thanks may be given by many on our behalf. For our rejoicing is this, the testimony of our conscience, in the simplicity and godly sincerity, not with fleshly wisdom. That's what these guys give you. They give you the shit of the world, bro. It's not even about that. You got to get the Lord down pat and trust in him. You see, with godly sincerity. Sincerity goes into being whole for the Lord. Over 90 to 99% of guys teaching the Bible, they don't have godly sincerity. They're not whole for the Lord. You see, and if you're totally whole in the Lord and you trust in him, then you're gonna see who else doesn't trust in him. Trusting your power, holy. And me, I'm telling myself that too. Because we all get like Peter sometimes. We all get shooken up, man. We're in the flesh. You know, we're in these fleshly bodies. So every now and then, yeah, you may get shooken up. But you should be in a position where your faith is steady growing. And now it should be all the brothers that's teaching the new covenant, man, your faith should be like high level faith. But always understand that there's always room to grow in every place. You can still grow in faith, you can still grow in love, and you can still grow in mercy. It's when you stop growing in those things. Like these guys in these groups, they stopped growing in faith. They've stopped growing in love. They've stopped being able to discern, because the little bit of knowledge they got, it puffed them up to where it just cut them off from being able to discern anymore. You see, so it's heavy what's happening, but it is happening. So we could discern who's of the Lord and who's not. And it's real simple too in these days. You know, a lot of guys, they're not even attempting and trying to understand Yahweh Shai, that new covenant, because they're of Satan. They're not of faith. They're of the household of death. But that's what has a rule on this earth: death, and our people thereof death. Hey man, on another note, I look at these rappers and these entertainers, man. They have abundance on the outside, but their insides are empty, man. They're empty in the inside. And they're a bunch of reprobates just because of that. And you guys in this truth, you're like that too. Like, you have all this shit and know all this knowledge in these scriptures, but your insides are dead. Like, you're dead. Like, you don't have no love in the inside. You're empty on love. You're empty on faith. You're empty on discernment. All the guys' strength comes on the outside, by their subscribers, by their elders, by their cloud, by their, all the outside shit. That's what they operate off of. That's why Samuel told you, it says, he don't look, the Lord, he don't look on the countenance. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick, because you can't bring out certain things enough, because a lot of guys are really operating off of the carnal. Guys are fucking carnal, man. Guys are carnal, and like I'm telling you, Yahweh Shai has power over everything. You have to trust in that. There's no Satan is equal to shit. The Lord is over Satan. The Lord is giving orders to Satan. When Paul was knocked off that horse, right? Who was right there with him when he got knocked off that horse? Who started talking to Paul when that happened? And that was a bad thing that happened. Who was right there? Yahweh Shai was. So you have to understand the order of power. It's Yahweh Shai. It's the Most High. It's his Father. And then the Father gave the Most High everything into his hands. So all principalities and everything is in the Lord's hands. So you could look at it like this. You could be safe to say, through the bad and the good, it all comes through the hands of the Most High and the Son. You don't even look at Satan like that, because Satan is being controlled by the Most High and the Son. So you can't just look at Satan like, oh, look at what Satan did. No, it's look what the Lord did. It's not just, oh, well, Satan did this and Satan did this. No, it's not. It's the Lord doing it. The Lord set those spirits up to do it. This is what you got to understand. That's what it means by the Lord gave Yahweh Shai power over everything. So when Peter, just for instance, like I say, when Saul got knocked off that horse and he was changed to Paul, who was right there? Yahweh Shai was right there talking to him. Yahweh Shai blinded him. Satan is just a spirit that's working for the power on the left-hand side. But on the right-hand side, you have those righteous angels too, administering to you too, which are all in control by the Son. You see, under the Father. Now, 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. So man sees clout, subscribers, how famous you are. That's how man looks at it, bro. But look at this world. This world is wicked, so it's not judging by things that you can't see. They're judging off of everything that you can see. That's why this world is wicked, because it doesn't have a righteous judgment. So if you're a part of the world and like you in these groups, you don't have a righteous judgment. You don't have any faith, because first of all, you're denying the Son. You're denying the power. So you don't have any power. So you don't have any true discernment. So everything you're talking about is some earthly shit, sriracha sauce and food. That's all Jake is worried about, eating, man. You niggas, man. And I can't help it, man. Fuck, bro. In these last days, like, our people, they've just went off the deep end, and they're not teaching you to have faith in the power or Yahweh Shai, right? Because it's not for them to do that. That's why we're set up to tell brothers and to make brothers understand that the Lord is going to be with you. Like he grabbed Peter out of the water. Immediately he grabbed Peter out the water. So the Lord is there with you always. He has the angels around you always. There's thousands and thousands of angels in the heavens, and they're doing the work and the biddings of the Father and the Son. All right. So don't look at it as, oh, Satan did this. Yahweh Shai is controlling Satan. You look at it, hey, the Lord did this. The Lord is in control of all things. That's why when you deny Yahweh Shai in the new covenant, that means that you're not even of the Lord. That means you don't have faith and you don't have love. And discernment, that just means you don't know what's going on when you don't have discernment. You just have a bunch of fucking knowledge. Esau's knowledge. The famine and all this shit that's happening in the world. You could look on the news and you could get all that info. You can go on to the National Geographic and you could learn about missiles and shit. What you're supposed to be teaching brothers is supernatural shit. Like things of the spirit, like faith. Like what we're breaking down, what I'm breaking down. Faith, mercy, and discernment. Things of the Lord. Having brothers understand that the power controls everything. Satan is not up in heaven trying to have competition with the Son. They're in complete compliance to the Father and His Son up there, bro. So this world does not look at things like Yahweh Shai is teaching you how to look at things and how the Spirit looks at things. You see what I'm saying? That's why groups and churches and shit like that, they're swallowed up with the world, because for the main fact, they're not in the Spirit. Now, they may know of the Bible, but as far as them understanding that things come from within, you see, it's from within, then goes out. Not out, then in. Guys are teaching from a standpoint from outside. The basis of all their shit is from the outside. When you have faith and you have love and mercy, you're coming from within, going out. That means you're coming from an understanding heart and an understanding mind. So now when you have that, then you have faith. You actually have faith when you're doing that. You actually have judgment when you're doing that, because it's coming from within. 1 Samuel 16:7, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the sight of his stature, because he hath refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For the man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So the Lord is looking within the hearts. You see? Yeah, so this is it too. I wanna right, because when you're worried about the calculations of this world and how this world is doing, and like the brother said, guys, it's all Esau's format. It's not really nothing built on faith. It's just some shit of how Esau's looking at the world, and the Esau's view on famine and food and all that. When Elijah was in the woods, the Lord found a way to get food to Elijah in the morning and in the afternoon. So when you're in the care and the hands of the Lord, all those things that you need, He's going to find a way to get to you. So you're not worried about nothing external. When you have the Lord within, you're not worried about external shit, bro. That's why you can't get caught up in this world, man. You can't get caught up in this world, bro. Like, you get caught up in this world, then you're going to be thinking like this world thinks, you see. You got to, like, snap out of that shit, because sometimes we may be watching and reading things, and then we fall into that shit like the world. And we got to, like, snap out of it, like, that's not us. We're operating off faith. 1 Timothy 6:20, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings. That's what guys are doing, man. If you deny the covenant, right? Or just say you don't even believe in God, and you might go and you might watch somebody's video and you're taking in shit they're saying. Yeah, you may extract some information that's probably accurate, but after all, you gotta understand this is coming from somebody that doesn't have faith, that don't believe in the new covenant. So you gotta put that in consideration. Because when you have faith and when you really believe on Yahweh Shai, you know that all things are possible through the Lord. There's nothing impossible. So now you're going into the unseen things of the things that's not seen. Because that's why Paul said we live off faith and not by sight. So instead of thinking in pictures and thinking with your seeing eye, you're thinking in scriptures. We don't think in pictures, we think in scriptures. That's where the spirit is. So Timothy said, O Timothy, keep which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings. And that's all that's in these camps. There's just a bunch of goddamn profane and vain babblings on the street. In opposition of science, opposition of science, falsely so-called. Because if you're looking at this thing, right, you're reading the scriptures, but you're looking at it in a way of Esau, like, oh, Esau said we're not going to have any food. Then you're writing off what the Lord can do for you instead of what Esau carnally is telling you in the flesh. Man, fuck what this Esau is talking about in food and all that. The Lord said his servants is going to eat, bro. You fucking guys, man. That's why you're not servants of the Lord. You guys are not. You're not servants of the Lord. And it's showing like more and more. You got what you guys do out on the highways. That shit is vain. That shit is vain now. Because you don't have the Lord out there. And then you deny the covenant. So you're way more of a reprobate in these days. And we're just warning guys. Because we have the Lord over here. That is where you put your trust in. You put your trust in the Heavenly Father. You don't put your trust in what Esau's telling you, man. He's the devil. You don't put your trust in his news. He's lying. Everything is to get you to fear and to worry about the flesh. That's what this whole world is about. See, when you fear and worry about the flesh, then you cannot even have faith in the Lord because you're so fearful about what Esau said and what Esau's doing. Because you're in the flesh. You're worried about this devil. And he doesn't have no control over anything. Who has control over him? The Lord. I just explained that shit to you. Psalms 22. And 5. They cried unto thee, and they were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. So you got to put your trust in the Lord, bro. Don't worry about these guys. They're carnal. The Lord said if you have faith as much as a mustard seed, the Lord can work with that. You got guys teaching the Bible. They don't even have faith as a mustard seed. They don't have no faith. They're totally carnal, bro. And you're totally carnal if you deny that new covenant. Let me say that again. You're totally carnal if you deny that new covenant, bro. All right? That means you're operating off faith, bro. So all your you're not operating off faith. So all your words are vain. Vain babbling. The science of Esau, what Esau's saying. Because you know what? Esau doesn't have any fucking faith, bro. Psalms 22:5. They cried unto thee and were delivered. And they trusted in thee and were not confounded. You have to trust in the Lord. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of men, and despise of the people. And that's what we are. We're despised. And they that see me laugh me to scorn. And they shout out the lips, and they shake the hand, saying, he trusted in the Lord. that will deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing that he delighted in him. You see? It says, but thou art, it says, and this is going into the Lord right here. When he was up on that cross, it says, but thou art he that took me out of the womb, thou makest me a hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my power from my mother's belly. So from the belly, your power has been with you. You have to trust in your power. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan has beset me round. They have got me with their mouths as ravening and as a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and my bones are out of joint. My heart is waxed, and it is melted in my bounds. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws. And they brought me to the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. Now this is the Lord on the cross in Psalms. So the Lord is the volume of the book, bro. You have to trust in the Lord, man. Just like the brother was right. The Lord was the volume of the book, and everything is written of him, man. And if you let these guys really if you let these guys yeah, I'm gonna read this, man. This will be my last scripture. But right, if you let these guys get you in a carnal flesh where you are looking at this world and you're scared about what this world's going to do, then they got you out of the spirit. You see what I'm saying? They're pulling you out of the spirit. That's what guys are doing. You got to remember, everything around us is in the flesh, so they don't trust in the spirit. So you can't let men pull you out of the spirit by talking about this shit that's going to happen in the flesh, because they're a part of the flesh. But they're so deceptive because they're using the Bible, and you would think that these guys have some faith, but they don't. That's why the Lord said, oh, ye a little faith, where did you doubt? All around us ain't shit but doubters around us, bro. You see, that's why the Lord has us one man at a time entering in. Because now when you're one man at a time, right, and you're seeking out your own salvation, you're really doing that. You can't blame nobody else but yourself, bro, at the end of the day. You see, and that's what makes you stronger. The word soldier, it goes into solo. So therefore, at the end of the day, you can't blame anybody, because the Lord gave you all the tools you needed. And if the Lord didn't give you all the tools you needed, then it's probably not meant for you to make it. This is why you got to understand, you have to keep a spiritual mind and trust in your power. Trust in my power. Trust in your power. Psalm 62:6. He is my only rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. The Lord is our defense. Now, how do you make that defense grow? You keep defending his son, bro. Now, this is in Psalms. From the womb, it says, the Most High is my salvation, my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in power. That's right. The Lord is our rock. The Lord is our strength. And I'm going to say this again. You know, for certain brothers, they may experience certain things by certain things they like to do. Like the brother said, he likes to walk. And the brothers like to walk. Well, that's good for you, brothers. You know, you do what works for you. You know, what necessarily works for you, it don't necessarily work for other brothers. You know, you try things that work for you, and if it worked for you, good. You know, good for you. But all of us brothers, we're different, and certain things a brother might do, I might not want to do that. You have to do what works for you. But one thing we all agree on is the Lord is with us, and that's the only thing that matters. You know, we're not in that spirit, oh, I do this, and, you know, you don't do that. I'm better than you because I do this. It's not nothing like that. If you do that, then that's fine. Push faith on brothers. Push brothers to believe in the power, man. That's all we should really be pushing, you know. And, you know, hey, if you do this, hey, that's good. And some brothers, they might like to do certain things. Some brothers might not. Some brothers might like to work out. Some brothers might not work out, you know. Some brothers might like to do this, and other brothers, they might not like to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Brothers might not be into fitness like that. Some brothers, you know. But your personal thing that you do, that's to you. But one thing that we're all together and we're all one on is the Lord, bro. And that's what we're building off of. And that's what the focus is. You know, what you do in your personal life, that's between you. What we're doing is we're building men up in the Lord. You see? So Psalm 62:7. And this is how you build brothers up. Having them understand that they have to trust in the Lord, bro. Because and what's really scarce and what's the highest commodity and what's not much of it out there is faith. It's faith. Faith is not out there like that. It's not being taught like that. Because guys are they're carnal. They're of the flesh, bro. So faith, mercy, and discernment is not out there, even amongst churches and camps. They're in a reprobate spirit. And the Lord put them in that spirit because they don't have a right heart. If you don't have a right heart, then you're in a reprobate spirit. You see? And we're strong men. Psalm 62:7. And the Most High is my salvation. He is my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in the Most High. So the Lord is our refuge, man. You see? He is our refuge. And he is our defense. It says trust in him at all times, man. Psalm 62:8. Trust in him at all times. Trust in your power. Ye people, pour out your hearts before him. The Most High is a refuge for us. Not worrying about the shit of the world, bro. That's why we don't teach shit that's happening in the world. We're not newscasters, man. We're spiritual men breaking down the spirit to you. That's what we're supposed to be giving brothers understanding of the supernatural force. Not shit of the world. These carnal motherfuckers are shit of the world. They're worried about eating. You mean to tell me all these stories, all this about Yahushua in the scriptures, and all these things about the spiritual things that happen to the men in the scriptures, and all you guys are worried about is famine? You don't have no trust in the Lord. One of the heavy things the Lord said, he said, put no trust in your life, what you may eat or what you shall drink. But what do these guys do? They're worried about what they eat and that means that they're not in the spirit. And that's why, like, guys be thinking like we're just picking on them and mad at them. No, you guys are not in the spirit. You're teaching in a fucked up spirit. That's why guys that are with these guys, they're going to be judged because they're not pushing faith. They're pushing, oh, we're not going to be able to eat. Get the hell out of here. You fucking guys, man. It says, trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. That means you have to have a whole heart. Now, if you don't have a whole heart in the Lord, a good heart, like the Lord talks about that good heart, Now, us brothers, we have that heart of flesh because what we eat of Yahweh Shai. The Lord said, if you don't eat of Yahweh Shai's flesh or the blood of Yahweh Shai's flesh, then there's no life in you. You see? Verse 9, surely a man of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. But to be laid in the balance, they are together lighter than vanity. You see? So the Lord is about having the balance, bro. You got guys, they're all the way in the flesh. They don't have any balance. They're overly worried about the flesh. And it is fucked up. And they don't trust in the Father like that, bro. Ten, it says, trust not in oppression and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. And that's what guys' minds are. Their mind is on this world, you know, what they can get. You're not supposed to put your heart into that shit. You use money as a defense, bro. You need it. You use it for what it's for. That's why, like, you got these guys, these rappers and these superstars, their heart is in their riches. And then when your heart is totally in the carnal like that, your insides is all fucked up, bro. You don't have no inner man. You don't have no discernment or no faith, because everything that your heart is into is outside of you. It's external. That's why the Lord said these guys were about the outside of the cup. Verse 11, God have spoken once, twice have I heard this, that the power belongeth unto the Most High. And who the Lord gave his power unto, he said he give all power unto his Son. Also, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou winnest to every man according to his work. So you want your works to be of love. You want your works to be of Yahweh Shai. So that's why you want to push Yahweh Shai as much as you can. Therefore, when you push Yahweh Shai and you push his covenant and you make men believe in Yahweh Shai, what's going to happen? What's going to be rendered unto you? Yahweh Shai, more of his spirit, more faith, more love. You see, more discernment. But there's a few things I just wanted to say, man. Brothers, you have to understand that this whole thing is about Yahweh Shai. You know, it's about the Lord. It's about explaining the spirit. It's about helping brothers grow in the spirit. That's all this is about, you know. And, you know, brothers may like certain things they do. That's fine. That's fine. But this thing is about getting brothers to understand Yahweh Shai. Helping building men's faith in the Lord, bro. You see, we all have our different things we like. But that don't make us better because we do certain shit. You see, we all have certain things that the Lord have put in our spirit that we like to do. And then you do what's right for you and your spirit. But one thing that we can agree on in the spirit is Yahweh Shai and his covenant. So we have to be pushing Yahweh Shai and his covenant to the best of our ability, what the Lord told us to do, and believing on him. Not nothing in the flesh. This ain't about what we like to do in the flesh. It's about pushing Yahweh Shai in the spirit. These guys are pushing the flesh. We're not pushing the flesh. We're pushing the spirit of the Lord and making men understand that all the power is in the unseen. It's in the inward men. You see, because we have that heart of flesh and we have the mind of Yahweh Shai. So that's what we're pushing, the mind of Yahweh Shai. So trust in your power, man. Trust in the Lord. Have some faith, man. And it's needed. Faith is needed in these times, bro. And there's only faith in Yahweh Shai in the new covenant. All power is given unto the Son. So all the power, basically, it's in the Gospels. That's where the power is. That's why those letters are in red, because the Lord gave the power to his Son. And with that, shalom. Trust in your power. Shalom.